Hello, and thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Keith, and I'm the owner of Superior CRMs. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and suggestions on how to integrate DJ Event Planner more effectively into your website. So, if you're not familiar with who I am basically the guy that's been helping everybody around the world set up their DJ Event Planner account with the email automation, intelligent planning forms, custom client portals. So if you're at all interested in getting to know how to do all of that, I highly recommend reach out to me after this video and I will definitely be able to help you out with that. But for this video, I'm going to be going over the website integration tools within DJ Event Planner and showing you how to get that all set up like a pro. All right, so let's get into it. On my website, we're going to go to the contact page. On the contact page, we have the request for information form. This is how I would suggest doing it, is having it embedded onto your website and using the request for information form versus the contact us form. Now the difference is night and day, really. Here's your contact form. You have name, email, and message. That gets sent to you in an email, and then you're responding back to them in an email or phone or whatever it is, but generally just email because you don't have their number unless they put it in the chat. But either way, so you're going to get an email from them. There is no way that you can add that person to the system because you don't know what date that is and all that sort of stuff. So what I highly recommend is have them fill out the request for information form, which is this guy here. Okay, so, or the one on my website, same thing. Okay, they fill this out and this will automatically send you a message. It sends the client a message and lets everybody know that this has been successfully sent, and it'll bring that person into your system so that you can track that person and send emails and follow up emails and all that fun stuff. Okay, so the other thing that I'll say is after they fill this out, there's going to be a thing that sends them to another page, and it's going to be the success page. Okay, so this page here, it'll send them to that, and it gives them this generic message. Okay, same message. Every person, every account has the same message. What I highly recommend, again, is to use DJ Event Planner to its fullest. It'll actually allow you to tell DJ Event Planner what page you want this to send it to. So after the person has filled this out, what page do you want to send to? And you can create a success page and have them sent to that page there and give a little message that, hey, thank you for filling this out. You can even have a video here playing, which is a nice touch when they fill this out, to say, hey, thanks for filling out that form. We'll be in touch with you shortly. Whatever you want to do, pictures, videos, whatever you want to do in here, but you can make it your own. And that's the beauty of being able to use DJ Event Planner to its fullest, is the capabilities are endless. So then from there, we also want to hit them up with an email, letting them know that we did in fact get in touch with them, so that if they do want to call us or anything like that, they can get in touch with us via email or phone or whatever. So how we want to do that is sending them an automatic response email. And this is mine here. Now, what I would highly recommend is that you get away from the plain text emails and use HTML emails. The reason being is then you can actually change up the fonts to something a little bit more modern. You can have a logo up at the top here, you can have icons, and you can have your nice signature however you want to do it. Now with mine, I have a little bit more coding background, so I was able to make this look really nice. And then also on Photoshop, being able to do certain things in that. So if you don't have that skill set, don't worry, you can reach out to me. I can help you out with that. But I will show you where to go to do all this. Okay. So now that that's taken care of, let's go into DJ Event Planner and have a peek at what that looks like. So in DJ Event Planner, we're going to see a notification from the person, and we're just going to go ahead and click on that, and we're going to add that person to the system. And just like that, they're added to the system. Now we have these booking helpers here that allow us to, with one click of a button, technically two, if you want to say the confirm button here. So we're going to send them a text message and email and get them all set up so that we can get into that first call with them and walk them through some things if we were to get into a virtual call or whatever. So then we go into the text messaging. So yes, DJ Event Planner allows you to text message through the system. And this here is the message that I just sent the person through the automation. I can type in whatever I want in here as well, which is a great way to make sure that they're getting your emails is by letting them know in a text message as well. Some people won't look at their emails, and sometimes, unfortunately, it can land in the spam filter. Generally, if you set it up properly, it won't. But again, you never know. So send them a text message as well. Now, this is the email again. Notice that it's nicely branded. It is, in fact, a different email. Now we're letting them know that we are available, and we're just asking them some simple questions in there to get the ball rolling. Here, I'm just going to show you that it is mobile friendly. Okay. So the logo's shrinking and expanding. Also, so is the fonts there. So if you want to watch that back, go right ahead. But yeah, that's pretty important to have a email that goes out and looks good on both mobile and all devices. Next, we're going to just notice here that there's automated emails going out. So with the system, it'll automatically reach out to that person consistently, and we don't have to do that work. Next, I'm going to show you actually how to set all this stuff up. Okay, so first we're going to go to website tools. Then we're going to go to styling options up at the top here. Then here we're going to add in our logo if you haven't already. Then we're going to add in our favicon if you haven't already. And the favicon, a lot of people don't know what that is. It's actually these little icons at the top of your browser window. So if you want that to be nicely branded to your business, you can definitely do that with within DJ Event Planner when you have a paid account. Okay. Next, you're going to go to the background image, and you can change that up. I generally do 1920 by 1080p, and then I make it a full screen, not repeat. Okay, so full screen, or you can do no repeat, whatever you want to do, but definitely don't do repeat. Okay. Next, you want to change up the font colors, and here, if I just hover over it, you'll see the different places that I'm going to be editing. So it'll actually let you know down below as I'm crossing through this. It'll let you know what you're going to be editing. Okay. Now, to edit that, all you have to do is simply either type in here if you know the code that you actually use, or you can simply find the code by just going around here and stuff like that. But if you know your actual branding codes, put them in here. Next, you have the tables. Pretty self-explanatory, just like the other one. You want to change that up, make that look good. Then the buttons. There's a little bit more finessing in here, but you can definitely make this look really cool. Expand that out, make that bigger. I can, here's the radius if I want to make it more of a round. Okay, so you have a whole bunch of different options in there to make it your own. Then you can change the text size if you want to make the text size bigger or smaller. And then going into advanced, it allows you to put a hyperlink into the logo so that they can go right back to your website if need be. The other one is the font size. You can adjust that to however you want. Once you're done, go ahead and hit save. I'm not going to because I've already just made a couple of changes to that and I don't want to save that. So now we'll go into the request for information form here. Actually, before we do that, let me just go ahead and say, this is the contact form. This is the one I tell you not to do. So don't do this one. Sorry, I don't know why I mentioned that, but just contact form, request for information form, just above it, use this one. Go into the questions, and here you're going to be able to select which questions you want to keep or discard. Now, if you're not wanting them, just don't have a check mark beside it. The other thing that I'll recommend is having the asterisk beside the questions that you want that are required. So that way they know that those are the ones that need to be filled out. Okay. 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, I gotta get a drink water soon. But anyway, going on to that, we have the custom questions. Here, I like to put in the mobile number, make it required, and then change it to mapped to cell phone. You can also have ones in here for like your services and stuff, so that you might have like, are you looking for a DJ? Are you looking for MC? Are you looking for photographer, videographer, photo booth, all that sort of stuff? You can do that in here. Type in whatever it is and then leave it with a comma or semicolon to select to the next one. Now, if you put the checkbox, this is going to allow you to select multiple options, whereas this one would be a drop-down menu. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Going on from there, we got the include and exclude. This is if you want to add venues to the question and ask them what venue they're going to be using. If you have a whole list of them, you might have duplicates, in which case you can ignore them. Or if you just don't like the venue, you can have that excluded as well. If you have that in your list of venues and you don't want to work there again, maybe put that in the exclude, and that way if somebody books that spot, maybe you can let them know that you're not interested in working at that location. The other one you have is packages, and you can exclude those if you wanted to. Employees, a lot of these ones I just don't want to ask them a lot of these things. I'll ask them on the follow-ups. Going from there, there's the advance. You don't necessarily need to work on this right now. So if you are interested in getting into more advanced things, let me know and I'll definitely go into things when you get into a call with me. Moving on from there, we go to the get code. And here we're just going to go to the very bottom of the list. And right now it is the request for, responsive embed code mobile ready. So just to have a peek at what it looks like, we click on the preview and we can have a peek at what it looks like. Now that we're happy with that, we just go view code, get that code, and we'll give that to our website designer. Okay. Now, your website designer, you can't just simply email that. You want to open up your notepad and copy that code into your notepad. Save it in your notepad and then email that to them that way. You can give it a title of what it is so that they know what it is, and yeah, send it to them that way. Or if you're doing it yourself, you just embed that onto your website. But the reason why you want to do it in the notepad is because that's not going to affect the code, and it's not going to change up the code. When it's emailed, it can. So just be careful with that. Next, we're going to go to the check availability calendar. And here we can see the gallery here of the different styles that you can do. I highly recommend not using this as they probably won't match with your website or look good on your website. Most of them don't. So I would highly recommend using, if you are going to use this, use the check availability and go get code there, and you'll see what that looks like instead. So here you can get this one here that looks a lot better, and you can style it to match your website. Get code again. Now, the other thing that I want to say, if you are going to use this one, which I don't actually recommend it, and if you get into a call with me, I'll explain why. But anyway, just for those that do want to use it, you can go to settings here, and you can actually change what pages that it's all going to be on. So if it's available, the available, what page that's going to show up on. So it'll be a secret page that you want to send them to, and create that page and put that form on there. Okay, so that's the check availability or whatever form. So then you want to do the not available. So if it's not available, what message you're going to give them. Otherwise, here's the message here, and it doesn't look all that pretty, right? So don't want to do that. The other one is actually doesn't show you there. The error one didn't actually show us there, but anyway, you can also have an error one here that you can make that look different, decent, and whatnot. Again, this one I'm not really keen on. It is a lot more work, but that's not why I don't like it. I could get into more explanations in a later call. Next, let's go to the client portal, and we're going to get code for the login. So this is actually going to be the login. We'll go all the way down to the bottom again, response embed code or responsive embed code. And here we can just have a peek at what that's going to look like, and then go get that code. Again, do the same thing as I mentioned before. Now that you've gotten all that sorted out, that's pretty much it. I want to check the time. Okay, so there's a little bit of time that I have here. Actually, I didn't go over the request for information form autoresponders. Let me do that real quick with you. So in the autoresponder, by default, you're going to have this one. It's not going to be enabled. You actually have to enable this by default. So you can actually put in whatever you want in here. But this is just going to be a plain text, no images, nothing like that. So it's going to look like this when you get sent it. It doesn't look all that great. Okay. So what we want to do is open that back up. We're going to go add HTML template. And in there, just like we do with all of our other emails, we can build this up like our emails. Okay. And the other thing is you can go in here, event types, and select all event types that you want it to go out. If you don't select it, it will not go out for that, okay? But if you want to create other ones for maybe a special message to bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, quinceañera, even weddings and stuff like that, you can make different ones and then just select which one you want it to go to for that, who you want it to come from, and of course, fill in the information down below. Okay. And that about does that. So hit save on that, and then you're good to go. Yeah. And that does that. So hopefully learned a couple of things today. I hope that it was definitely helpful. If you have any more questions about this or other things, I'm happy to get into a call with you. My information is right there. If you use Calendly, you can actually schedule a meeting with me right now, and we can get into a call and hopefully go through a bunch of different things as far as the email automation, intelligent planning forms, client portal, and all the rest of the stuff that DJ Event Planner has and my offerings. Thank you so much for watching this, and have a great day.